braking. When you see an area that kind of drops and droops, you know to add a little brake while you're steadily moving forward. Great time for that. Make sure that you do not have your rear locker engaged. You do not want that lit up. We are going to be making turns. It'll be harder for those turns. And as you're coming up Alpaca Hill, you want to maintain momentum. But it is a little descent nonetheless, and so gravity's going to pull you. Again, let gravity do the work for you, so you don't have to be on the throttle. Because we're in 4 high and we have more horsepower than torque, we're not going to have a lot of holdback against gravity, so you are going to be on your brake a little bit more. And so you'll do a little bit more threshold or feather braking. But try to make a mental note on how much braking input you have to give, how that Bronco feels, how it's compressing or flexing, the movements of it. Because here in a little bit, we're going to go into 4 low on the descent, and you're really going to feel that hold back to where you just let 4 low and gravity do the work. You really don't even have to use the brake. Right now I'm not braking, but I see those big ruts, so I'll just do a little feather braking. Let those tires roll in without losing momentum, without going too slow. Driver swap if you would like. That way the other person can do these nice light little areas, start applying that knowledge that we learned at ORX, and get used to being in that off-road status position behind the steering in this Bronco. Confirming 4H. Yes, right now 4 high. In a moment we are going to be switching, but I'll let you know when and how to do everything that we need to do. Roller coaster hill, even though it's small, it's nothing grand. The angle I'm going to be bringing you down in is going to provide a side tilt, and we briefly talked about side tilts at ORX, side slopes where as you come in, you're on a side slope or you're at an angle where you feel like gravity is pulling you. Feel like you're lifting, you're maybe tipping. You want to go with gravity. You want to turn into it and not away from it, even though everything in our being says to turn away, because it puts you in a worse position. So this hill, the angle we're going to come in, you're going to be side tilted. Your passenger rear tire is going to be up in the air. Now 4 high, again, more horsepower. You'll get nice and tight together, about a bumper off, a lot closer than convoy. Go ahead and get closer, y'all. 4 high, it's too much horsepower coming down this because you're going to do it with your feet flat because we're going to be a manual 1. manual one provides more torque, that lower range. It keeps your tires moving because anytime we touch the brakes, it locks all four wheels and tires at the same time. But using manual one on descent keeps you in that first gear, even going against that gravity, keeps those tires moving so you don't have to brake, and it's going to help. But we're going to also need low. We're going to need a lot more torque and hold back for this. So if you will, everyone shift to neutral. We're going to stay in mud and rut scope mode. Just shift to neutral and reach down and press 4L. Hit that button. We'll blink. Once it turns solid and you see 4 low, if you can give me a verbal confirmation on the radio, say Bronco 1 and 4 low, and then so on and so on.
Bronco 1 and 4 low. Bronco 2 and 4 low.
Number 3 and 4 low.
Number 4 and 4 low.
Number 5 and 4 low.
Tail gunner 4 low.
5 is feeling alive. Come on down. Our heel in low versus earlier in 4 high. Let me hear a horn honk. Wonderful. I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting a little hungry. I'm always hungry. We're going to make our way through trail back to base camp. Once we get to base camp and we're in our staging area, I'll give you all a few little instructions. We're going to be getting out of the scope mode. We're going to be getting out low as well. That way when we hop back in after lunch, we have a clean canvas and we can get set up for our afternoon ride. So I would say, because it's been moved, and that's the first time that I've seen it's moved since yesterday's group, come a little more on it instead of the inside of it. So you're going to put your driver's side tire a little more on it.
So a little more towards the center of the rock?
Yes. Just be careful coming up and over it. We'll go a little bit passenger. Right there. Not big turn. Keep coming forward. Feel yourself climbing it. Good. Go a little passenger. Driver. Right there. Good, good. Now that rock isn't moving. Easy. Good. Start going passenger. Right there. Back end's approaching. Good. Good. Nice and easy. Good job, y'all. 2 doors, y'all may be able to cut around it since you have that shorter wheelbase, but 4 doors for sure. Gonna get a little closer to the center. Y'all get nice and tight with that Bronco in front of you. Just keep an eye out for 6 to get with us. See you, Tyler. Great job, y'all. Yeah, as y'all come through, just keep that momentum. different areas. You look on your screen, your off-road status screen should be up. You should see drive line, tire pressure, the little parentheses above your front tires will, depending, it'll have a different degree of angle, and then you'll see little circles with Broncos in the middle. The top one is going to be your pitch, the bottom one's going to be your roll, so front to rear and then side to side. If you don't have that screen, you can always go to your off-road status by pressing the 3 lines underneath the phone icon. You press that and you can get to your different when you're only at 16.
G-Days.
Go ahead, Lil D.
The way's all yours.
10-4, thank you. I think Big Al is finishing up at Short Stack, right?
Yeah, he just finished.
Beautiful. Y'all have fun. Now we're going to use it climbing up something. This is a little steeper than Grandpa's. Y'all did on that flatter surface coming down, Liz, or would y'all think about crawling up that with your feet flat? Turn and square up here. This is y'all's holding spot, so when the Bronco in front of you goes, you'll do the same thing. Once you get square here, you'll want to engage your front and rear lockers based on the way we're going to come up. Up at the top, where I'll be standing, I'll let you know when to disengage that rear. You'll need your front locker through this really bunny rock garden right after this. So I'm going to make my way up, get through that rock garden real quick, park, and then I'll hustle back to get y'all. And then you can get to where I'm at and hold. I'll be back in just a moment. If you want to take pictures and video, right along here where this grass is, there's some really good rocks, kind of like some little stairs. Once I get back, if y'all want to make your way up, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, you can just video from inside. Same thing that we did at Short Stack, just turn it along, letting it have time, that tread time to grip the surface area.
So just the front?
Keep the front on just because we have to make these turns.
Okay.
There's big ruts. We need some of that pulling. We're going to hug driver as we come into the entrance of this rock garden. Okay? As you get a little closer, just out of the trees, but you're going to hug it, you should see a big white mark in the middle up there.
Yep.
See it? You want passenger rear in that white mark. So as you come around, keep it a little more driver. You're going to come straight on, continue straight on driver, and then passenger rear in that mark. And then I'll wait for you. Don't walk on the side.
Nope.
Great job, y'all. Again, as you're coming out where Bronco 2 is, whether if you decide to use a locker, again, you don't have to, but if you decide to, just make sure you disengage it to make that turn. When you connect with that Bronco in front of you, get nice and tight, and I'll be on the lookout for 6 or Bronco 5. Y'all. Again, I'm still in manual 1. Just like at Short Set, those 2 rocks we used to climb up those little slabs, there's 2 rocks at this entrance that we're going to use the same way. Front 2 tires on. hold that steering steady as you come through. Otherwise, it's going to try to turn your tires, and you'll catch differential or trailing arm.
We can go 5 more degrees.
I mean, you are completely flexed and off the ground. All right, here we go. Coming forward. Passing those in. Go like a hot knife through butter, go a little passenger. Great job. Great job. All right, hold right there. You can turn your lockers off, shift into drive. How do y'all like dancing now? Who would look at this wall and be like, yep, I'm going up that? It's a lot. It doesn't look like much from up there. Or even when you're standing here, it feels a lot different inside. Passengers have it worse than the drivers do. One, because they can almost touch the ground as they're coming up at that angle. But they don't have that control. As drivers, you're so focused on your spotter, you don't truly realize unless you're like Olga and you stop and some heifer lifts your Bronco. But can you now truly feel how stable you are, right? Y'all did amazing. Do y'all feel like different drivers? Y'all were amazing drivers this morning. I'm not telling you, like I said, I'm not gonna fluff y'all, okay? Y'all look like different drivers. You should be really, really proud of yourselves. I'm very proud of you. Be proud of each other. Because you do. You look like completely different drivers. You got a little dirt on you? Because you took a tumble. Yes. That and for also falling in the spillway. And when you slide down backwards, lizard lunch, and you gotta go to the bridges. Now, we've got some time left. So, big question is, do y'all want to go back to base camp, or do y'all want to go to my exclamation point? Would y'all like to go a smidge faster than you've gone all day? Yeah? Yeah? Where we're going to head to is the Texas Roadrunner Ride and Handling course. It is 1.3 miles. There's 30 turns, 8 hairpins, and 5 S-turns. It's really going to show how you can take your Bronco from pavement, come to a little rock crawling, go through some water, go in sand, go on a little Baja rally style course. We do have a speed limit. But go do that and then go right back on the pavement, all in the same Bronco. You don't have to change a different vehicle.
You're good.